by Metreon and the convention center that was built since I left. So I don't know how much more video I'll get of this, but this is the most startling thing. So the city, I just walked all around this Soma, close to Market Street, Union Square, and North Beach. This is the thing that's the difference. The city is cleaner than I remember it. But it's just the empty storefronts. They're everywhere. This Marshalls I used to buy things from. So that just, you know, they're just everywhere. So that's the big difference, if you will, is emptiness everywhere. All right, the Van Ness corridor, much needed, is complete now. That's really cool. But still clean city, but definitely not the same levels of crowds, even on a Saturday, that I was used to. Yep. We're in Chinatown right now, and it was always closed down. This is a new thing, but it was always closed down and quiet at night. It was never really bustling, but pretty dead. We're gonna go turn down into North Beach now and check out some of the old haunts. But I will say, pretty typical same city I was in, just way less crowded and way less storefronts. Turning on to Grant, where the Grant Avenue, where the gates are in Stockton. Much more lively, much more typical, and quite frankly, much more touristy area that's always been here. And yeah, definitely a lot less crowded than usual, but again, this is never an area. This is probably easily the slowest weekend of the year, the week after Christmas, so tourists aren't going to be here. But this is pretty good walk, pretty good crowd for what we're used to, what I was used to living here for 10 years. So I chalk it up as so far no change. All right, so I'm in Chinatown right now. Oh yeah, baby. We are not in a city in the South anymore. Now, one thing that appears to have stayed in San Francisco are the fine dining, the establishments, such as the Condor, which is one of the world's first strip clubs. I think it's hard to argue which was the first one. And then Garden of Eden. Now, it looks like a lot of the adult establishments are not around North Beach anymore. I'm sure there's quite a few in the Tenderloin, but hey, part of San Francisco's culture is still here in the form of adult review. There used to be a bar up there called 15 Romolo that I used to take a lot of girls to. Used to also get drunk there, so usually on the same night. But there it is, the Bay Bridge and all that. And the Roaring Twenties appears to be gone, but there's still some semblance of life here. The adult review. So my favorite parts of living here was stuff like this. So we got America right there, you know, corporate America, the global economy, the global stage. You got Salesforce right there. You got the financial, you got the old B of A building, the old Transamerica building. And you got China over there, so China. And then you come here and you're in Italy. This is one of my favorite parts of living here. And you know, it's still here. But it was one of my favorite parts of living in these hills here. So, yeah. One thing that I also realize is I'm thrown off by stuff being old again. Where I'm at now, nothing's really old. Everything is torn down and ripped apart and 20 years. So you get that classic character feel now when you're in a city like this one that's actually old and not just brand new and constantly rebuilt every 10 years. So that's a different vibe. So this apartment, shout out landscape of San Francisco. Shout out outskirts of North Beach going up towards Nob Hill, Russian Hill, Pack Heights. But yeah, I had some really, really, really good times in this apartment back behind that gate. That was a long, long time ago. And part of me getting to come back here randomly, it's cool, because part of me thinks that there's a group of younger people or older people, whoever, having a really good time in there too. That's cool. So I was out here in July and I drove like through on all right, nighttime. There's the cable car. So we head down to Market Street. This used to be just wall to wall to wall stores. One of the most competitive places you could ever imagine to get your store in, and now there's just nothing here. It's kind of a ghost town, you know. It's a Saturday night. This is the tourist area of town, so no one's really. There's a couple nightclubs around that are still open, but it's a store that's closed and closed and closed. Down here by the cable car turnaround, I know not on this weekend necessarily, since it's probably the slowest tourism weekend of the year. I mean, I've seen the line go all the way towards that street light there. So, yeah, I mean, this is the part of San Francisco that they say is representative of just a lot of people moving out. But this right here, these retail outlets, this is one of the, or was one of the, I mean, this is literally where you catch a cable car in San Francisco. I know there's a couple other areas, but where the mall is up there, I mean, this is probably one of the premier like tourist streets in the world. And to have all these places boarded up 4 years later is just insane to me.